All right, what's going on, fam? My name is Ime. I'm a licensed drone pilot and professional content creator from Baltimore, Maryland. My work has taken me all over the world, and I really love drones. I love their ability to be able to see the world from a different perspectives, and I love telling those stories. So today, I'm going to get right to it. I want to talk to you about how you can actually start making money from your drone content. So I'm going to go over three steps. Now, there are four actually. I'm going to save the four to the very end. But these are three steps or three tips that I'm going to give you so you can start actually thinking about how you can start making money from your drone content. I'm tired of seeing people just posting on Instagram just for likes and not getting paid from it. You are operating this incredibly intuitive, piece of technology. You have to know how to fly, you have to know how to take pictures. And I feel like as creators, that is a very unique skill set to have. Not everyone can fly a drone and not everyone can take a really, really good photo. Even though these drones are made for beginners and they're making it easier and easier, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be charging for your work and expertise as a content creator, especially like if you're a travel content creator going out to shoot somewhere. So I'm going to talk about these three tips today. Let me know what you think in the comments if these are helpful. And if you like this kind of video, please like and subscribe. And I'm looking forward to a prosperous 2025. So tip number one, you need to learn how to price your work with confidence. Now, I know on Instagram, you're sharing your stories and creating reels and things like that. You may be doing this for free or maybe to even build your brand awareness. But I want you to know like your time and your work and your content is valuable. So I know a lot of times if you're just starting out, I don't know what to charge. Like, how much do I charge? I don't want to come in too high or I don't want to go too low. My rule of thumb, honestly, my rule of thumb is on every drone flight, I am pricing that project, at least starting, I am thinking of, the cost of the drone. Like what is the actual cost of the drone? So for example, if I have the Mini 3 Pro, I think that drone may be around like $1,100, $1,200. No matter what they're asking for, if it's gonna take me a day, that's the kind of range that I'm in. Now, I'm a professional. I've been doing this for a while, but maybe you're just a beginner and you don't know where to start. I think a good place to start is just $100 an hour. And when you talk to the client and you learn a little bit more about what they actually want, like do they want photos and videos around the house, you can start to at least within that 100 to maybe $500 day rate playground. That's just a good place to start. Definitely don't want to be doing anything, at $50 because again, think about it. You are putting your drone up in the air every time you fly. It is at risk of actually crashing or hitting something. So I think a good place to start, $100 to $500 for your half a day. And maybe if it's a full day event like a festival or something like that, then you can start looking at 850, 1,000 if you are in that beginner range. But typically what I like to do, what I've been successful at is pitching the price of my drone just as a baseline of, hey, I'm a professional. I've been doing this for years. We have the insurance, we have the license, we have everything. I'm typically around that range of that, 1,500 to 2,500 per day. Okay. Now, when it comes to pricing, other things that you should consider is how are they actually going to use your footage? So is this going to be a social post? Is this going to be used on a commercial? Those are some of the things that you really need to think about. It's not just you showing up and, flying your drone and getting some shots, but you need to really know how to ask that client, hey, how is this going to be used? Are you going to be using this clip on ads? Are you going to be using it just on social media? Is it going to be using your website? Is it going to be using a commercial? These are all things that you can upsell or even charge for. So your project might go from $100 or $250 just to come out and shoot for half an hour to 500, 700 because they want to use it on ads or they want to use it in a commercial. So again, when you think about pricing, there is definitely the price to create the work, to film the work, to take the pictures and edit, but there's also a fee associated with licensing and how they're going to use the footage, how they're going to use those pictures or your drone. So always remember that when you are doing your discovery calls, when people reach out to you and say, hey, can you come and fly your drone for me? The number two tip I have for you is licensing your footage for passive income. And this is actually one of my favorite ways just to make income off of footage that I've already shot. The way that I think about it is like, just look at your hard drives. On your hard drives, there's money sitting on these hard drives. There's probably footage on there that you've maybe used once or maybe a couple seconds, but you can actually go back and you can actually upload that footage to websites like Black Box Global or ArtGrid. And for the producer or the people that are making content or movies or documentaries, instead of paying a drone pilot to actually come out and shoot the content, what they'll do is try to find stock footage that they can use in place. And it's actually cheaper to them. So I don't want you to sleep on this. This is like one of those things where you upload it once and it just kind of, makes money for you literally overnight. There's been mornings that I just wake up and I see that my clips have been downloaded, $34, $50, $60, whatever it is. But really think about that. I mean, think about what's on your hard drive. Think about some of the destinations that you've been to before, and think about really uploading those clips to a license or stock footage website so you can start making money. I mean, it's probably the easiest thing to do. The other way to do that is, let's say you don't have any old footage, but you live in a town where there's maybe a famous landmark that's near you. You might want to go and shoot that, for free. I mean, make sure that you can actually go there and fly there, but shoot that landmark and upload that. If you see that on commercials or in tour guides or visitors guides that this landmark is on there, that's probably a good indication that people want to be able to capture that landmark. So you should definitely go and shoot it. You don't have to travel across the world to get a bunch of unique shots. You can license footage and shoot stock footage in your own neighborhood. The only thing that I'm going to mention about this is that it's probably not going to retire you, and is definitely a quantity thing over quality. But the 200, 300, even $700, $800 a month from licensing a month, it really does help. And if you're a small business, that might mean a bill that gets paid or an investment that you can make back into your business. So do not sleep on licensing your drone footage for passive income. If you are interested in some websites, go ahead and drop a comment below and I'll send you some of my favorites that I like to use to upload my stock footage. Okay. And the last tip, number 3, is to pitch to brands and tourism boards. Now, tourism boards always need new footage of their destination. So if you are living in a city, if you are living in an area where there is a tourism board, which most, states, even like local governments have a tourism board, you can go out and reach out to them and say, hey, I noticed that you didn't have a lot of drone footage on your website, on your web pages. I'm a drone pilot. I have a drone. Here's a portfolio of my work. Can I help? Destination marketing organizations, tourism boards, they are always, always, always looking for new footage of their destination to be able to attract people to come. So that's actually where I found the most success in my business as a drone pilot, licensing my content and working with tourism boards. But you definitely want to position yourself. The double-edged sword, and this is like, if you really want to milk the opportunity, not only can you position yourself as a drone pilot, but you can also position yourself as a content creator. So not only can you go to that destination and share your story or share your experience, but you can also create drone content that you can also license. So you get paid for being a creator or an influencer, and then you also get paid for being an expert drone pilot. So brands, tourism boards, those are definitely the kind of organizations, businesses, even nonprofits that need this drone footage. So I definitely want you to consider pitching to them in the year 2025. All right, now I did say that I had one last tip, a fourth tip, and this is the most important tip of all, because it is cool. The concept of making money with your drone is cool, but in order to do that legally in the United States, you will need a Part 107 license. Now, I don't want to say Part 107 license and scare people away. It is not going to hurt you in any way. If anything, the Part 107 is going to open up more doors for you, for your content creation business, for revenue streams. It is a passable test. You can self-study. You can find free guides online. But what I want you to know is that it's a passable test. You can do it. It's going to help you. It is not going to hurt you in any way. And when you approach these brands, we approach these hotels or businesses with your license, with your Part 107 license, they're going to look at you like a professional. And most businesses that are serious about growing their business or creating marketing material, they're not going to hire the drone pilot that doesn't have a license. They're going to hire people that are professional and that have the license. So I look at it as a way that, when you have that license, that's even more incentive for you to charge higher because you are an expert. Like you've taken the test. You know how to fly your drone safety and keep others safe around you. So I really want you to consider that. All of these tips are cool, but if you don't have that Part 107, you can't even take part of these 3 tips. So please highly consider the Part 107. If you are interested, I do have a link to UAV Coach. It's one of my favorite Part 107 study. And the thing that I love about them, even if you don't pass, they will help you pass. So it's kind of like a win-win situation. If you're super nervous about taking the test, they got you covered. They're gonna work with you until you get it right. So check out UAV Coach. I have the link in the description below. But nonetheless, it's 2025, man, and you have a drone. It's an incredibly powerful tool, not only for videos and photos, but to tell stories. And I really want you to secure the bag and make money in this year. So hopefully these 3 tips were helpful. You should be considering the Part 107 if you found these 3 tips helpful. And if you have any other questions about drones, content creation, or how even I run my business as a creative professional, go ahead, drop a comment below, and I'll catch you in the next one.